Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some more Star Wars gaming content. In this video I wanted to recap all of the current Star Wars games that are in the works, because there's actually quite a lot of them, and there's multiple of them that are officially confirmed, some of them that we do know about from pretty credible sources, and then some of them that are just rumors. So I'm gonna go over all of these and all the details we have on them. First of all, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you are new on the channel. I want to keep up to date with all things Star Wars gaming, but now let's get straight into it. Starting off with a game that we know is coming out very soon, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. This game is set to be released in spring 2021 and has recently been teased a bit more out on Twitter from the LEGO account. So we don't have an official release date, and it may very well have been pushed further even into the summer, but it is gonna be released this year, that's for sure. The game is being made by TT Games and is the biggest LEGO Star Wars game yet, and is planned to be released on all modern platforms such as the Switch, the new and recent Xbox and PlayStation generation, as well as PC. There's been multiple trailers and snippets of gameplay, and in the game you will be able to play any of the 9 Skywalker Saga episodes in the order you want. So you don't have to play the game chronologically, and each episode will have 5 story missions, making it a total of 45 levels, and there will also be open world game elements in the game. They've also confirmed that there's going to be 23 planets and over 500 characters in the game, and the gameplay itself has had a bit of an overhaul from previous games, with stuff such as lightsaber combos and blaster characters having over-the-shoulder cameras like in many other shooters. There's a bit more details we have on the game, but that's the base of it. There's a bit more details we do have on the game, but that's the base of it. And next up, we have Ubisoft's open world Star Wars game, because recently Lucasfilm Games returned and announced that there will be other developers creating Star Wars games outside of EA, but EA will also be creating more Star Wars games. But the first thing they did announce with this is that Ubisoft is indeed creating an open world Star Wars game. More specifically, it's made by Massive Games in Sweden, the creators of the shooter The Division. It's in very early development and will probably be released sometime after 2023. It's gonna be made in Massive's Snowdrop engine, and the creative director of the game is Julian Garrity, who worked on The Division and Far Cry series. Other than that, we don't have much details, but Ubisoft are pretty good at open world games, so I have my hopes set very high for this game. Next up, we have Fallen Order 2. This game is technically not officially confirmed, but I would say it's pretty much confirmed, because there have been plenty of reliable sources saying that it's in the works, and EA have hinted both in their earnings call and out on Twitter that they are indeed interested in creating more Fallen Order stuff. So a Fallen Order sequel is pretty much given at this point, and the recent rumors is that it's going to be released in 2022 and that it will continue where the last game ended. But other than that, we don't have a whole lot of details in regards to Fallen Order 2. Next up, we're moving on to some more rumors, but this one is also pretty credible, which is a Knights of the Old Republic remake. These rumors have been backed by multiple credible sources within the gaming industry, such as Jordan Mason, Bespin Bulletin, and Jason Schreier. So this rumor is most likely true, and it has 2 parts to it. First of all, that KOTOR 1 and 2 is most likely going to be remastered and re-released this year for the Nintendo Switch and modern consoles, and that it's being done by Aspyr Media, who has already re-released and upscaled other old Star Wars games such as the Jedi Knight games and Episode 1 Racer. But on top of that, there is supposedly a KOTOR remake also in the works, like a brand new game that would incorporate elements to include in canon. We don't have a whole lot of details about this remake, but it's backed by the same sources and seems like it might actually remake the story of the first and second game into more of a canon setting, but it could potentially also be a KOTOR 3. We don't have any definite details on it, but most sources do say it is a remake. So I think it makes sense to first of all remaster the old games, release them, and be like, hey, here's the remastered games, by the way, next year we're also releasing a full-out remake of this game. So again, these rumors are backed by some very credible sources, so there's definitely some truth to it. But if you move on, we have some more vague rumors, I guess we could say. Because Bespin Bulletin did, when he talked about the KOTOR remake and Jedi Fallen Order 2, say that EA is currently working on 3 Star Wars games as far as he knows, one of which is of course the Jedi Fallen Order sequel, but that they're also working on a smaller game, something like Squadrons, a $40 game which focuses on one element and isn't as huge as a Battlefront game. And there was actually then an anonymous Redditor who posted about an alleged smaller project that EA is working on and that has been in the works works for 2 years, and claiming that this is actually a shooter that's going to be released in Q4 this year, and that is being made in Unreal Engine 4. So this could very well be true, and could also align with the fact that Bespin Bulletin did say that they are working on a smaller game. This could also just be made up because this person knew that EA are working on a smaller game, so he just guessed. It's hard to say because this is not a reliable source, but I don't think it's unlikely that a full-out shooter would be released this year, and that it is the smaller game that EA are working on, because now that they've stopped supporting Battlefront 2, there's not really any active shooter out there, and there's definitely a big market for it. So I think a smaller scale shooter from EA is definitely likely. And then, of course, we have Battlefront 3. I felt like I had to talk about it because I know a lot of you will ask. Battlefront 3, I would say, is probably not in development. There has been multiple Reddit posts lately saying that it is in the works and it's going to be announced this year, but there has yet been no credible sources whatsoever talking about Battlefront 3, and there's definitely a lot of things pointing towards Battlefront 3 not being made, such as the fact that the design director Dennis Brenval left DICE, and knowing him, he would not have left DICE if he knew there was a chance he could work on Battlefront 3. Obviously that's not a guarantee, but as of right now, I just don't think a Battlefront 3 is in the works. Maybe DICE will start working on Battlefront 3 once they're done on Battlefield 6. That could definitely happen, but based on everything they've said and none of the inside sources having any details on a new Battlefront game, I don't have my hopes too high when it comes to Battlefront 3. If it happens, it's probably many years out, and I really wish we had some credible rumors regarding Battlefront 3, but we simply don't. So those are all the current Star Wars games that are both confirmed and rumored to be in the works. So we've got a pretty good future for Star Wars games, and I hope there's gonna be more announcements coming soon, considering there's so many series and movies and stuff coming out that there's definitely room for tons of Star Wars games, that is for sure. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below letting me know which game you are most excited for. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.